I would just like to say, let the Bharatiya Janata Party celebrate the global rating of Prime Minister Modi. But the truth is that India is watching as how the propaganda, publicity, and the PR this government is capable of doing. That is what I can say at the moment. Our country is toiling with massive unemployment, inflation, border issues, poverty, terrorism, hatred among caste and religion. Manipur has not yet come down. In India, where 80 crore people are getting free ration, compelled to rather, I can say, where farmers earn only 27 rupees a day. Our currency is not even in the top 10 in Asia, what to talk about the world. Debt on India is increased to 1,55 lakh crore rupees. Imports with the enemy country China has gone up to $116 billion. And it was heartbreaking to see the Honorable PM celebrating the G20 event over the dead bodies of our martyrs in Kashmir. Not only India, the world is watching, Madhav. These are the things that has to be, that shame and defame India.
But then how do you explain these high ratings then?
The rating should be what India, as I said, what India is watching and what India is giving.
No, should be is one thing. Should be is one thing. The BJP will also say it should be more than this. You will say it should be less than this. But is there anything in your view that actually says that this rating is wrong or it should be discredited?
As I said, the Bharatiya Janata Party, we are all seeing how propaganda, publicity and
okay, so it's just propaganda.
Is capable of doing it, of course.
Okay. Charu Pragya, respond to that. It's nothing but propaganda and publicity by the BJP. That's what Vivek Silas is saying. Please respond to him.
Yeah, maybe what he meant to say was that unke angur khatte hain, but maybe he called it something else. That being apart, I am very pleased to see the approval ratings of our beloved Prime Minister Modi ji today. And these ratings are not random, sir, whatever you like to think. These ratings are not random at all. Because today, India is poised at such a place in geopolitics, which has been thought unbelievable till some time ago. We are a part of BRICS, at the same time we are a part of Quad. Now these are two opposing blocks of superpowers in the world, and India manages to be critically there in both of them, being very relevant and very important at both of them. G20 just got concluded in our country. Out of 19 G20s, sir, out of 19, let me tell you, this is the first time that all the participating countries arrived at 100% consensus. First time ever, with 83 paragraphs that have been debated, discussed and then signed by all the participating countries. In fact, we've now made it even more inclusive by including the 55 countries of the African Union. So I'm sorry your angur continue to be khatte. This is also because of the way we are making sure our country is progressing, whether it is progressing at the front of a GDP, which is on the rise in the middle of a global recession, 7.8%, or by making sure that infrastructure in our country is well taken care of, which you never bothered with earlier, and maybe that's why your angur continue to be khatte. Today we are a country where we say that more than 18 countries in this world are trading in the Indian rupee. Isn't that a thing of pride for you?
Okay.
It's a pride. It's a thing of pride for most other Indians, even if it does not matter to you. So there are reasons why Modi ji's popularity is on the rise, and you say it's different globally and different in India. Well, let me remind you, he has won elections in India twice with a thumping majority. He is currently in majority in the Indian Parliament. I don't know how you can criticize that. That's the will of the people.
Okay, let me get in Lokesh Jindal on this. Lokesh Jindal, I want you to respond that the popularity, the diplomatic successes of G20 notwithstanding, the BJP certainly believes that this is a sign of the Prime Minister and his personal popularity remaining intact, and of course also saying the fact that this has come right after G20 shows that the Prime Minister continues to be one of the world's most popular leaders. This is what the BJP is saying. Please respond to that.
Yes, good evening everybody. I looked at the trend of this rating. So on 3rd of December 2022, after India received the presidency of G20 nations, India Prime Minister's approval rating stood at 76%. And it is same after the G20. Now, if we accept the boastful claims of the success of G20, after wasting thousands of crores in beautification, in managing the PR, promotion campaign, still the approval rating has stood the same. Why hasn't it increased? Second question is, now this entire approval rating, it's a sample size is based on a certain literate urban class. It does not the entire rural section as well as the heartland.
Okay.
So the point is, this G20 propaganda has failed to even bring about any change in the perception of this urban class. So I do not see it as a success or a success at all. Despite this massive propaganda, the approval rating has not improved, rather it has declined. If you are talking about August 2019, from where the approval rating has been tracking Prime Minister, on 6th of August, the approval rating stood at 82% and it has declined to 76% now. And if you look at the trend during the past few months, it is on the downward trend, and it is going to take a downward course as well, because the economy and other numbers are not in favor of the present government.
Lokesh, I'm very glad to see you've taken these numbers so seriously and done such a detailed analysis. But do you think with 76% approval ratings, the Prime Minister will be successful at the hustings or not? Is that too low a percentage according to you?
No, the point is, after G20 summit with such a massive propaganda, there were more than 200 meetings in 58 cities. Beautification was done in every city. Hundreds of crores were spent. There was this massive the symbol of G20 was much debated. Then we have Delhi, where 4,000 crores or more money was spent. So after this massive propaganda, why hasn't there been any improvement in the rating? The rating still stands the same.
It's a very low 70. It's a very low 76% according to you. It's such a low 76%. It's a very bad performance. Check it here.